Hello everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at the Tencent leak regarding the coronavirus. It is important to keep in mind that this is not confirmed by any government agency or news agency. For all we know, this could have been a typo or a mistake, but let's take a look anyway. We have to ask ourselves, do the actions of the government as of late, or governments, do they match up with the reaction you would have if these numbers were genuine? Before we get into that though, I wanted to give a big shout out to Google and Alphabet for helping the Chinese government do what they can to try to damage control this PR disaster that they have before their hands. It must be a lot of work to be transparent and communicative with the rest of the world in regards to how bad this could possibly be. You see, citizens and doctors alike have been posting to Chinese social media, the one that Google helped construct for them so they can keep a close eye on their citizens. Well, these citizens have been posting videos saying that the problem is way worse than any of us can imagine. It's really, really bad, they say, and they're typically on the verge of tears, if not in tears. The doctors claim to have been overworked, working several days consecutively with no rest because the problem is that bad. So what has happened to these people? No one knows. Word gets out that they were arrested, and the next thing you know, they're never seen again. So really, big respect to YouTube, Google, Alphabet for helping the Chinese government stamp out dissenters. I mean, we can't have anybody or anything getting in the way of the glory of the great nation of China. Am I right, Blizzard? It really seems like the Chinese government is putting an equal amount of effort into running damage control as they are trying to find a cure. There are still people promoting the idea that being cautious with corona is somehow mean to the Chinese people. Justin from Canada has even come out to condemn his own citizens, but we can get to that a little later. This image started making the rounds on the internet with people alleging it to be a leak from the Chinese company Tencent. People claim to have translated it, saying from left to right, it reads out the number of confirmed cases, the number of suspected cases, the number of recoveries, and finally, the number of fatalities. Officially, the number has just reached over 500, which seems low based on videos that have been posted to the internet by Chinese citizens. These videos might be a bit too spicy for YouTube, but if you go on Twitter and watch them for yourselves, you can see dozens of people within just a minute or two of video, in each of these videos by the way. So this leak alleges that the problem is much, much more severe than we could have possibly imagined. That makes the fatality rate, 15% based on these numbers if they're true? The problem has gotten so out of hand, with a couple of hundred confirmed deaths worldwide, that the Chinese government has begun welding doors shut to households of people believed to be sick. On top of that, reactions from citizens display a concern that does not match up with the numbers the government has provided us. They seem underwhelming to the point of curious. When you are dealing with an entity that is known for being dishonest, you have to consider their actions. Why would they quarantine the entire nation, enforce strict policies forbidding people from leaving their homes and productions, except for building their hospitals, if the numbers were truly as low as they claim they are? As for the citizens, what do they have to gain from risking their lives to upload a video to the internet? They know what the risks are more than any of us do, and many of them have reportedly gone missing. If they know what's at stake for them, why would they risk it if it was indeed just a cold bro? I also have a video clip from Chinese state media. Let's see what they have to say on this. I think you guys will enjoy this clip.
When the H1N1 virus broke out in the US in 2009, no one called it America virus. When this novel coronavirus broke out in China, you call it China virus. When the H1N1 spread to the whole world, infecting millions of people, no one said anything bad about American people. But when there is only less than 100 cases of this novel coronavirus reported in the Western world, you start to refuse entry of Chinese people and start to bully Chinese students abroad.
Probably just looking to be the next Tim Pool, am I right? Well, to be fair, I haven't seen this man wear a beanie yet, so for all we know, that could be Tim Pool. But other than that, we have had a series of stunning and brave takes on this whole situation. Justin from Canada came out to say this.
I know it's been a tough start of the year for many of you. To be frank, headlines over the past weeks have been hard, and I'm sure many of you are worried about loved ones overseas. Just like here today, we need to support each other and stay united. Let me be clear. There is no place in our country for discrimination driven by fear or misinformation. So my friends, thank you for inviting me to share in this special celebration. Happy New Year everyone. Bonne année mes amis, je vous souhaite de la paix, de la prospérité et de la joie. Chiense, gong hei fa choi. Merci tout le monde.
There you have it. Justin from Canada lets us all know, no, you will catch the bug, you will eat the bug, and you will live in a pod.
我是害怕，我前面是病毒，我后边是中国的法律和行政力量，但是我会振作起来。只要我活在这个城市，我会继续做我的报道，我只说我看见的，我听见的。我特别喜欢说一些撂的狠话，对吧？我今天把狠话撂这儿。妈逼，我连死都不怕，我怕你共产党吗？